everybody has it. Hi friends, talking about Iota over here. We're going to be reading a comment that was left on my YouTube channel from an Iotician, I suppose, an Iota fan of some sort, and taking a quick look at the TA as well on this one, coming in with a couple of price targets for us in the next moves as well. Let me know that you like the video and you want to see more content like this and all that sort of stuff by dropping that like button. I would really appreciate it. Here's the intro clips, in fact, as well. This is the perfect time to hit that like button, so go ahead, do that please. That would really help. That really actually genuinely helps the channel. Then after that, you can watch the video, right? Okay, so back in here. And either way, this is a live video, so be sure to join me for a video sometime, for a live stream, so you can chat about these things. Okay, let me say I appreciate the answer. You've given some thought. So we've been having a wee chit chat in there, and it's always nice to talk to people in the comments. And I do read all of them, by the way, and sometimes leave big old replies too. And we were agreeing with each other about how when you look at the charts, you can basically get everything you need. Just look at the TA and it tells you all you need to know, was part of what he was saying at the top here. But, and then this is a big but, he wrote it in capitals. This is a big but. And it don't lie, I guess, as well. You mentioned a couple of times that the fundamentals don't really matter that much unless it's huge. And he agrees there as well. And then he's saying he gets to the juicy part. I'm invested in trading various coins right now, and he has a special place in his heart for Iota, and he really believes in it here. Now, we talked about the coin market cap position and how Iota used to be in the top 10, but obviously not right now, but still very, very strong on a chart-based look, he's saying. There was a massive hype about the idea back in 2017, but shortly after, there were different kinds of issues holding it back, internal differences and all types of FUD surrounding it. Since then, though, there has been a shakeout of all the deadwood a couple of years ago. New team members, geniuses, now they have rebuilt the wider project from the bottom up, always working towards the old ideals of the hype. I just wonder if I can zoom in here so people can kind of see the content on their screens, I guess, as well. So there's a long comment, but we'll work through it. And it's for the Iota community, right? This is somebody from the Iota community talking here, and I thought, well, if you're in the Iota community, then maybe you'd like to hear this guy's opinions, because he's got a lot to say about it, and it's all very, very positive, right? So new team members are geniuses, he's saying, and they've rebuilt the whole project from the bottom up, always working towards the old ideals of the hype from 2017. Everybody back then said it was not doable and pie in the sky, but guess what? They have succeeded in building an amazing project. I go really deep here and explain a lot, but I'll try and keep it short enough to not be annoying. Likewise, I hope you're enjoying the video. If you do, hit the like button and leave comments on the videos. You know, Iota isn't aimed at your average crypto projects being built on it, although this new upgrade will allow for just that, like Ethereum and Polkadot, etc. But the main focus for Iota is massive corporations and basic standard for everything in the Internet of Things space. Trust me, this is huge. They are without a doubt already in the best and strongest position to pull this off. Years ahead of anything else, nothing comes close. Well, there you go. That's incredibly positive, right? So there you go. In this chap's opinion, this is not financial advice, and of course, I'm not being paid to say this. I'm just reading a YouTube comment that came out here for the Iota community. So you might all be sat there kind of thinking I'm preaching to the choir if you're watching this one, having searched for it on YouTube. Otherwise, I don't know. Join the conversation and let me know if you think what we have here being said by Bloody 9 is not correct. Just put it in the comments down below, and I'd love to hear it. What do you think? Do you agree or disagree? He says that the use cases are far too many to mention, but everything from sensors on cars, paying for power for electric vehicles, basically any machine-to-machine payments, factories with ID issues for parts for any number of manufacturing companies, digital identity cards, basically owning and monetizing of your own personal data, secure data storage, fully digital ID for worldwide supply chains. Honestly, this is gigantic, and as I said, they are a very strong position to pull this off, already have large partners, but I'm hearing good things, that after this upgrade on the 28th, there will be announcements of very large companies who will announce that they are acquiring Iota tokens that will seemingly cause a snowball or ripple effect that will follow. Okay, here's where it gets kind of complicated, but it's an easy way to explain it. Iota is feeless, but I'm sure you understand how Ethereum works, where the highest fee paid takes priority network, while Iota network will be something called mana, and whoever has the most mana will take priority on the network. Mana is generated by simply holding Iota tokens. So get mana. They can either buy or hold very large amounts of Iota tokens or rent mana or from other IOTA token holders like other large companies. The network itself will be faster than anything else there is right now. Basically, how it works is for the more right, and it goes on, right? It goes on. Okay. Honestly, there'll be very, very strong chance it'll be adopted by massive worldwide industrial. So there's key points in here, for instance, that is saying that there are no miners, and also how it works. The more it uses the network, the faster it gets, and interesting things like that along the way. Now, of course, there's this whole concept of mana, and that could be have some TA on there as well, I suppose, and all that sort of stuff. So he says, he finishes off here by saying, now it's about to get even better. And one of the reasons for that is that there are already smart cities in Japan right now using IOTA, and it has worked. Crazy. Okay, so he says there's tons of fundamentals here to be known in terms of those types of fundamentals, and that's all very good. He says that he could go on all night and pour the S out of us all here if he hasn't already, but the bottom line is they have built it, tested it, and for the last 2 years, and it works, he says. Right, okay, so that's all of that. Let's get back to the IOTA chart. This is kind of a shout out for all those IOTA fans out there in the world. And then looking here, and let me know what you think about his comment. Thanks for sharing it. If you're in the chat at the minute as well, Bloody9, then you can add to it if anybody wants to chat away there. So there you go, there's an IOTA fan telling us all the fundamentals. Now, I still do want to point out that fundamentals, when you're looking at fundamentals in cryptocurrency, when people talk about fundamentals, what they're saying is not the same as when people talk about fundamentals in the traditional world. And therefore, when people say the importance of fundamentals in trading, and you're listening to any advice out there from somebody trying to teach you about trading and investing, and they talk about fundamentals, then that's not really the same sort of thing that you're looking at overall. And if you want to see a really good example of fundamentals, then check out the TradeSpotting channel, who talks about GME, and he talks about stuff in there that, you know, that's actually what fundamentals are. Now, if you could do the same sort of thing for a crypto, then you'd be looking at a different proposition. Here we can see that the prices have been moving towards the top side. We're above the, you know, the midpoint of the last impulse move towards the top side, and of course we're miles above the Ichimoku cloud overall here, having found a 236 Fibonacci turnaround here. You know, the prices dropped all the way down to 160, and then of course they've come back up the way, and ever since the prices have been above 184, they've been in fairly healthy territory with regards to looking towards continuing this on the way. Overall, the upward trend is looking good, and if you want to be taking about taking profit target here in the near enough sort of next big moves up the way, price point that we're looking to is going to be the 335 price point up there at the 1618 Fibonacci area. A couple of warnings though, that there is divergence, as you can see there on the MACD, bearish divergence. So if we have some pullbacks even further, then where are we looking to? And I just want to point out the fact that, of course, that we have had this cross here on the ADX there, and as the prices dropped down, there was a bit of an uptake in volume here, wondering if this is signaling to us that we could have some more downside price action. Therefore, I would say that you can manage your risk at that $2 price area. I'm not a financial advisor, none of this is financial advice, and perhaps then the next sort of best buy point to get back in it could be looking down as far as maybe towards that 150 area. But overall, we're in good shape at the moment if we do actually manage to push up the way. We are in a consolidation phase here in the smaller time frames. We're above that 236. We have come in and done a 618 golden pocket retracement. So if you're trading this in the shorter term time frames, managing risk above 215 is the easiest way forwards. Then with sort of take profit target, bearing in mind your last two highs coming in there at sort of 250 and 268 before looking for any sort of potential breakout if you view this as being a triangle. That'll do for us with regards to IOTA. Like I say, please hit the like and subscribe button. Maybe when I make the cut of this video, I'll edit that comment at the start a wee bit, but I don't know. It's very, very good. Thanks for leaving all that and engaging in the channel. Okay, now, great. Thanks. Okay, so moving on then, what we had was